Welcome back, everybody, to the Vulcun Deckmasters Week 3, day number 1. It's time for our next match. It's Kibler from Brian Kibler Gaming. We call him BMK for short. And then we have Theude from Fade to Karma. That's going to be a pretty cool match because I haven't seen Theude in a long time since some of the European tournaments. I know that he had his health issues in the past, but hopefully he's starting to really piece it together. And he has a new team to boot, so it's pretty exciting for him to start proving his name.
Yeah, do you actually know where Fade to Karma comes from?
Do you ask me knowing it so that you can save me from looking too stupid, or is it actually like you don't know?
I don't know, because Frodan, you apparently know everything, right? You're like a walking encyclopedia for Hearthstone, right? Yes,
and I have in front of me, Amaz, a device that has access to all of mankind's knowledge.
Okay.
And with that power, I choose to Google a Hearthstone team. There's a bunch of teams called Fade to Black, but not Fade to Karma. I don't even know what that actually even means, like if you take the literal translation of it. But it's a team that recently got announced just, even as soon as yesterday. They have Theude as the captain. He also helped captain like Lucky Draw back when they had really good players like Life Coach on it. They have Cypher, who we saw earlier today, able to take a series. Deathlore, who people were seeing qualify for Gfinity and at the Origins Cup. They also have Hawkeye, who got really far into DreamHack, and then Vortex, who won the Assembly earlier this year. So pretty solid, good group of players if you know the scene very in depth. But I would say you have to be pretty hardcore, and they're looking to make that jump from like a kind of like a mid-tier, like decent team to be one of the most respected teams, and they have to start winning a lot. And being able to take down Brian Kibler, who's becoming more high profile in Hearthstone, is a good start.
Yeah, definitely a pretty big challenge. And okay, so basically you didn't answer my question, which is fine. Okay, so here's another challenging question. What does the M stand for in BMK Gaming?
So many
Martha.
Really? Is that Kibler's middle name? Martha?
Yeah, but he doesn't really want people to know, so he just goes by Brian M. Kibler.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
makes sense.
Okay. Good job, Frodan. See, you do know everything.
Yeah, and if I'm wrong, I'm sure he'll write a 1,000-word essay blog on his website to correct me.
Okay. So here, is it Kibler that's playing? Oh no, it's Theude that's playing Zoo. Yeah. Kibler does like the Mech Shaman a lot, and we saw him use that in the Archon League last week. And here, Theude might actually get a lucky juggle. We might see that happen.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just a totem. Like, you still have to. Oh. He's just not going to coin anything. He values the curve a little bit too much.
Or maybe he just wants to coin the implosion next turn. That's a really strong play.
Yeah, it keeps his options open, if assuming this Knife Juggler lives.
Yeah, actually, I do like that, because it's really difficult for Mech Shamans to AoE the board, because they don't have any AoEs at all. So doing that is actually going to be pretty good. Actually, baits out an Earthshock on the 3-1 as well. So this Egg might come in handy. So Egg and Squire, the Wolf is going to buff them both. If Kibler plays a minion, you can even use one of your Implosions, and the Wolf gets even bigger. So I actually like this a lot.
Yeah. It's also worth pointing out that part of the reason Mech Shaman, it didn't fully take over the metagame at one point. It was just always in contention to be one of the big threatening decks. Was because of things like Zoo, because it can't just keep up with the pace of the minions being put out there. Not to mention that Kibler also drew pretty awkwardly. He drew a lot of his removal. He hasn't drawn his early game curve. Where's the Mech Warpers? Where's the Annoyatrons and the Cogmasters to really flood the board early on? He didn't get any of those.
Yeah, but the thing is that you are going to draw awkwardly in Mech Shaman more often than the other decks, right? You not only have high curve cards, you also have the burn cards like Lava Burst and Crackle, right? So you actually have a lot of deck cards, and that is why, in my opinion, that Mech Shaman is not seen competitive play too much. Is because of the inconsistency of the early game.
It's a good combination of things too. It just feels like this is one of its worst matchups in my opinion. And it's just very difficult to come back. Like, if this Implosion rolls a 4, are you going to ever be able to clear the board again? I doubt it.
Yeah, Theude's actually thinking about Implosion his own Egg, but I don't think that's... yeah, I think killing the totem is good. And Kibler, pretty happy about the 2 result there.
Yeah, you know, you have Direwolf and Defender, like 2 ways to activate eggs and also be really good for trading.
Yeah.
And Defender on a board that has a lot of small minions is really annoying for this Fel Reaver to get through, considering they use both Earth Shocks already.
Yeah.
So getting through would be really problematic.
Yeah, it makes sense to play the defender here. It also kind of makes sense to use the coin and play a 2-drop because the coin is getting less and less valuable as the game goes on.
Yeah.
So I would pretty much say you want to play the creeper just for more of a board presence, but I wouldn't mind to see a wolf as well.
Yeah, I would like the creeper as well because it sets up for a better wolf and implosion the following turns on the turn after that. Because then you have a bunch of...
Yeah, the good thing about the wolf here is that yeah, it plays it exactly there. And if the Fel Reaver attacks into the 3-2, which it probably will, it actually shifts
yeah.
Right? So,
that's a good point too. You go for the immediate cash in.
Yeah. Kibler's Ragnaros got burned. But that doesn't really matter.
Yeah. Ragnaros against Implosion and Haunted Creeper doesn't seem the best option in terms of your late game. I think you'd much rather draw Dr. Boom next turn on curve. That seems to be the best course of action.
Alright, just gonna clear off the wolf there, attack. And Theude is looking to clear, burn even more cards, but Kibler just really needs like 1 or 2 more cards to kind of end the game, right? Look at this board, it's really, really big. And there are no any there's no any attack buff minions that Theude has right now. No abusives, no power of warmings even. And that's gonna be a problem.
This second implosion, if it rolls high, that is probably the game deciding swing here.
Yeah.
Because then the board is too commanding.
Oh, that's not bad, I guess. It's better than that too.
Well, it's okay. It's decisively average. Literally and also situationally, it's pretty average.
Yeah.
Not out of control just yet, because this Fire Elemental still has a lot of power, but still looking a little awkward. You know, we just saw Kibler burn Dr. Boom too, so he doesn't exactly have too many big answers after this Lotheb, but still, it's a really big problem to deal with now that Kibler can effectively remove some stuff on the board here.
Well, remove some stuff as in like kill an egg? That sounds really, really bad.
Well, he has to eventually do something. So he plays Lotheb and pass is one option, right?
Yeah, Lotheb pass is probably the best, unfortunately. Like, killing the egg, not only you have to kill the body that comes out afterwards, like it effectively gives it win for you, right? It basically make it harder on yourself.
Yeah, but then you deny a trade from, like, Power Overwhelming, too. Like, I'm not in love with it, but I can understand why, because if he has Power Overwhelming, if you play Lotheb, like, the egg gets a lot of value from absorbing damage and trading and spawning the 4/4. Okay, so he's just going face. He's going to make his opponent dictate the trades because it's pretty awkward for him. And he also spaces his mana out, so that way he can get 8 mana next turn to play everything in his hand.
Yep, makes a lot of sense. I mean, only win condition for Mech Shaman is to kill your opponent and burn him down as fast as you can. So, dragging a minion to the face is usually the right move.
Well, for Mech Shaman especially, because the deck is so razor thin with its damage potential that a lot of times, whenever I lose games with it, it's always like, oh, I missed damage hitting the face. Like, I traded when... I mean, it's like reasonable to trade, but I probably should have hit face. And I've had so many games like that. I know it's pure anecdote, and like Firebat would probably correct me with like how much statistical relevance it has in terms of hitting things and trading. But like, you know, I've always found in my games whenever I played Mech Shaman that I don't hit the face enough, and that's why I'm just not good enough.
Yeah, and Theude just goes ahead and closes the board anyways, right? So
yeah.
Trading there would have lost 6 damage effectively.
Yeah. And now look at the power that things like Flame Tongue Totem have. The Searing Totem should not be underestimated.
Ooh, I don't like not tapping there, because if you're not tapping there, you're pretty much committing to never tapping, and man, Kibler has like 4 cards right now. It's so powerful. Double Flame Tongue is gonna clear off this Lotheb really easily. Oh wow, no, just gonna play the Lotheb here.
Yeah, he wants his own Lotheb.
Okay. Also developed the Cogmaster, I guess, so not bad. Like Double Flame Tongue is actually really strong, right? They buff each other up. But then this play is also very strong. So I can get behind this. Oh, well, that's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad.
I mean, you toss away the egg and then go for the Doomguard. Like you play Flame Imp and Doomguard, and then I guess you can take out the Flame Tongue Totem, right, with the Doomguard instead.
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of feel pretty silly right now for not playing the Flame Imp in the last turn, right? Theude floated 2 mana, and not tap, so it's just like sometimes even against Mech Shaman, you just have to play stuff and still have to tap, because otherwise you're not doing your Zoo thing. You're not drawing the cards to kill your opponent soon enough. So here he could have just cleared the board with the Flame Imp if he played the last turn, right? But now he gets a little bit punished for not playing the Flame Imp. Kibler, on the other hand, only has 1 card per turn, so he has to work with what he has. And wow!
Oh!
Okay. Is it time?
Okay. How much is that if he rolls high? No, that's 14.
7. No. Just kill off the Doomguard, right?
Oh, kill the Doomguard. That's right.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, maybe he Flame Tongues and then crackles the face.
Oh, but you can win right now. If the crackle hits, you can win right now.
Are you sure you guarantee win right now, though?
Okay. Okay. Maybe this is better.
this is definitely the better play, but the cooler is the crackle face, because then he draws like Doomhammer next turn or Power Mace.
Well, I actually don't really mind what Kibler draws next turn. The thing of this play is so good is that the Doomguard can't kill the Lotheb, right?
Yeah, that's true. It's really awkward unless you want to suicide it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're always allowed to kill it. Just it feels like not the best trade.
Right. So I actually like that. Kibler's playing pretty good. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, and it's one of those things too where, like, Kibler even admits that play execution is not his strong suit. It's more like, you know, deck building, creative thinking, and so it's one of those things where you get to see him play when he's on fire, and it's like, wow, then that's really scary. And now Theude's like, well, I thought this game was pretty winnable, but now it looks like I gotta trade my Doomguard.
Yeah. I mean, I guess the winning play is to kill the Flame Tongue, because you have Power Warming next turn, but yeah, you have to dodge it top deck. And no.
No.
You can't. Nope, didn't dodge it.
Yeah. Sorry. Should've. Gotta roll the totem for victory.
No.
You gotta roll the totem for the Searing Totem, and then put that Searing Totem in your mouth and smoke it. It's a victory sequence.
Whoa.
There it is.
Okay.
Alright, so that wraps up the first game. Kibler's up decisively 1-0. It's the best of 3, so it's important to land that first game. I mean, people can always make this argument that, like, oh yeah, of course winning is always good. But in best of 5, losing the first game in Conquest is still rather flexible because you have a lot of opportunities to come back. But in best of 3, it feels very uncomfortable, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's definitely not a good position to be in after you lose the first game. It's very tough. So pressure's on Theude to actually win the game, and seems like he's actually gonna change his deck, huh?
I think so.
Okay. I guess it's fine. You have to win with both anyways.
Right? No, Mech Mage.
Oh, Mech Mage. Oh, okay, then that's really good.
Against Druid, nonetheless. All right.
Okay.
That works.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, you expect that mages are like Temple Mages or Freeze Mages now. And then suddenly Mech Mage makes a appearance again, and it's going to be really strong against this Druid. Although, Kibler does have the Wild Growth plus Keeper opening. That's pretty strong.
Yeah, and the second Wild Growth is a little bit awkward, right?
Yeah, it's a bit overkill, so it's going to be a dead card. But, man, this opening from Theude is definitely going to keep the Keeper. Going to beat the Keeper, I mean. Silence is obviously the better choice. If you kill this, your opponent gets a 2/4. So you're effectively giving it +2 health, which is probably not that good.
Yeah, not to mention that you have the opportunity to give it, like, give the secret drawn out of the deck. So if he draws it next turn, it becomes still a problem to deal with later, but it's, you know, less, it's more awkward for your opponent because he has to spend the mana to do so.
Yeah, sure, makes sense. Here, Kibler can play either 5-drop or either 3 different options, but the Druid to Claw taunt mode is gonna get punished by Fireball.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it seems like the choice bug there is going to require us to log out of Kibler and log back into him.
Yeah, the
Fireball. Yeah.
Fireball's pretty good.
Does he want to kill the Keeper at all, or just push face?
You can kill the Keeper. I mean, you don't want to get punished by swipe too much, so sure, do that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, this is really awkward. I mean, why not? On the other hand, you can like kind of make a board that's a bit better. So like Shredder or Lotheb makes a board that you can kind of contest the minions, right? But if Kibler does that, Theude's gonna go face. Now if he plays Azuric, he's gonna get a free kill off the Tinkertown, right? And then he's kind of stuck in the same position. So both of these choices are pretty bad. He just has to pick the one that's a bit better than the other.
I think I'm liking the opportunity to drop Pilot Shredder and Wild Growth here, because next turn you can Shade and Lotheb, which is protecting a little bit of your board, and then you have 9 mana the next turn, so you have like a few opportunities to draw a swipe, which can help recover the board with the Azure Drake on 9 mana.
Okay.
But that's kind of like ideal if you think your opponent can't rush you down. Not to mention the Pilot Shredder is also really sticky. Because Hero Power doesn't even do anything this turn. It's like, oh, I put him down to 1. the Noyotron down to 1. So if your opponent picks up trades, maybe the Pilot Shredder can stick, and then Lotheb and Shade can shut down the spells to prevent things like Spare Parts or Frostbolt Fireball to really control the board.
Yeah, but even then, it's just kind of like the least bad of the worst choices. Now the Theude is just gonna play the Shredder, gonna stop the Kibler Shredder from attacking at all, and it's gonna push for 7 damage, and next turn he has 11, and that's just way too much damage, right?
Yeah, it really is. Like this Lotheb Shade. Well, that was the original plan. Now he might just Azure Drake, pick up the Wrath.
But you can't even.
Because Lotheb doesn't even stop much, to be honest. It doesn't stop damage.
Exactly. Like your opponent can always go face, and that's the problem with like Druid, right? When you play a minion, they can just go face and ignore it, and just let you deal with the creatures. Oh man.
Well, that's lethal if it hits the face 4 times.
Okay.
Or even 3.
Yeah. Let's do that then. Oh, sure. 3 times is fine too, right? Yeah, 3 is fine too. That's pretty good chances.
What to do?
You know, now that I think about it, with Theude bringing Zoo and Mech Mage, that is a opportunity to reverse 2 kill here on Kibler. So it's not the worst situation, even though he lost 1 game.
Yeah, sure. But Zoo against Druid is also going to be quite troubling for Kibler as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think Theude losing the first game wasn't that big of a deal considering how well he's able to target Druid.
Yeah. So here we go. Not quite. So 1 damage off lethal here.
I was also thinking about what if he popped Pilot Shredder and then like something absurd came out?
Yeah. You don't want to do that, right? You don't want to do
like
that.
Explosive Sheep.
Yeah. If you're winning, never pop your own Shredder. I mean, never pop your opponent's Shredder. Oh, never pop any Shredders. Okay, that's there. Bad things can happen.
Yeah, just Shredder to the face. That seems better.
Don't pop any.
Swipe. Oh, okay. That was probably the exact sequence that Brian Kibler planned for. And we even talked about the possibility, but it happened.
Well, okay, let's see. Well, let's see what he can do with this, because even with the Azuric swipe, he still needs to sacrifice possibly both of his creatures to deal with the Shredder, right?
Well, I was thinking that he swiped the Shredder and then see what comes out. But I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah,
this might be a bit better, because like the Shredder might come out something like that. It's not relevant, right? So something like 1 attack creature. Not quite. So it's dead. Oh, wow! Whirling Sapomatic is actually not bad. Like Savage Roar actually does like double damage now, and no spells from Theude to actually end the game. And now we see that it's actually Kibler pressuring Theude. Kibler also has an Ancient of Lore to stabilize next turn, along with another Shade. So, wow, how tides have changed.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't think he has lethal though, right?
Wonder.
Oh wait, hold on. Does he have lethal if he has a combo? Like I don't think it really matters. Either way, Mech Warper plus Spider Tank plus the Tinkertown Technician get you that spare part and also fills the board so that your opponent kind of has to answer it. So I'm liking that play. It's pretty strong.
I wonder.
Right. That's probably going to be what we're going to see here. It uses up all the mana. We'll see what spare part this is. A freeze or a stealth would be insanely good, but nope, not quite. And yeah, Spider Tank is completely fine here.
Oh, it would be. It would be lethal. If he had
What do you mean? Oh,
Force Nature Savage or because the
yeah.
Wind Fear.
Yeah, so 16 damage on the board, right? So then 16 plus 14 is 30. Yeah. What to do here, though? That's interesting. Like, Kibler knows that he's gonna die of Fireball no matter what. So hero powering is not really super necessary. You could play the
Right.
Druid Claw plus the Shade and develop the board, and next turn has Ancient of Lore. That might be the best play. But Kibler needs to find a way to deal with the Archmage that's going to come down next turn too. And that is really troublesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I think he's also contemplating if there's a way to set up so maybe the next draw could be lethal if he gets Savage Roar.
Right. I think the best play he can do if he knows his opponent's hand is to charge this Druid Claw and kill the 4/4.
Yeah.
But then he has no both hands, and that's really difficult, right? I'm going to go with the heal instead.
Set up Shade.
Not bad either. And of course, every time a Druid chooses action, we'll have to refresh the...
Yeah, we'll log out of Kibler in just a sec. Cogmaster not helpful at all.
Oh, that's really bad.
Also interesting to note that if he goes for an Antonidas Rusty Horn play, he still won't have lethal next turn because his opponent can just hero power and go to 8 health. And that dance will exist forever until Theude picks up 1 more point of damage.
That's true.
So he... Well, I mean, but then you also have present the idea that you have to kill Antonidas. So...
Well,
If
you
you
use your whole
can-
board, basically, right? Or you
Yeah,
can use
that's
the charge with the Druid Claw, but Kibler needs a little bit of help here, I would say, yes. And I guess there's no point in taunting the 4/4 if it just dies, so you might as well just taunt the Archmage, so, you know, give your opponent less options to, like, navigate around minions. Harrison not going to be too good, and yeah, Kibler is forced to hero power here, otherwise he's dead. So, hero power plus the Druid Claw in taunt mode might be the best. But once again, in taunt mode, you're not really that happy either, right? The Fireball just clears it and you still have 4/0. So, yep, just goes ahead and kills the 4/4. And, yeah, that's actually pretty good. Now, is Harrison better here?
Harrison might be better just because it challenges more damage. And you don't really need taunt to prevent a charger. I don't think mech mages at all are running unstable portal. I remember they used to hybridize a little bit. They used to have that plus like a couple of more secrets elements of it, but that was just not a very good version of mech mage.
Yeah.
So I don't think you'd be worried about like unstable portal into some weird thing where you need to prevent against charge.
I don't think he ever play around Unstable Portal for then.
What to
I mean, what if it was 28 cards using the deck and you know the last 2 cards are unstable portal?
Yeah, but how can you play around
Would you
that?
play around that?
Okay, I guess you play around Deathwing and, like, you know, stuff like that.
No, but like, there's legitimate ways where chargers and stuff would
Okay. Okay.
be. Just ask Life Coach at ESO.
Yeah, that's true. Savage Roar, not gonna do too much here, and I think that Kibler needs to play the taunt to stay alive. But
Yeah, he
is
needs
it-
to just. He
Oh,
needs
yeah,
it
yeah,
to
no,
stay alive, but like, what's also a problem is that he needs to kill off like the Snow Chugger, but it freezes the Harrison.
No. Yeah, you need to kill the Chugger. So just do it. Go ahead and use the Harrison to kill off, and you might even want a Savage Roar just to kill off the Cogmaster.
Yeah, actually, that's not the worst thing. You still get the hero power, so you stay at 8 health. That's the key. Being able to
Right.
play, because you know the last card in the hand is Fireball.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you saw it happen, so yeah.
So being able to stay at 8 health is the key here.
Oh, what if he charges the mad scientist? No. Yeah, and he's gonna use the no. Oh, or yes. Yeah.
I think he recognizes the damage is really high there.
Okay.
Of course, Kibler's still dead to just a second piece of burn. Fireball, frostbolts.
Oh, that is the worst draw possible.
Is there no other mirror energies in the game though, or in the deck?
Yeah, there's no more. He already used one, right? Oh no, he silenced it. Oh yeah, he silenced it. Okay, so that's not the worst draw. That's possible. All right. So are you willing to part away with the fireball? No, right? No, right? No, you can't part away with the fireball.
Tough call though.
Oh,
it is tough.
He does actually use it.
Because now you get that extra damage point, right? Now it's like fireball number 2 is lethal, or actually fireball number 1, right?
Yeah, fireball number 1. That fireball was not. It's
that
a fake fireball. Yeah, it's an Archmage Antinous fireball.
Stolen fire.
Oh, that is so bad as well. Oh man, they've been like bottom decking the other person because it's not a top deck, obviously.
Yeah, that
so
was
bad. All right, what is this card? So bad. Why do you play these cards? Okay, I guess you play that. You don't want to hit with your just attack the face. You're so close to lethal. Frostbolt actually kills your opponent now, right? If you hit the face.
Oh, so you wouldn't ping Harrison?
No. No, there's no point, right? Both of your creatures are two attack, so like there's no point in pinging it.
Yeah, fair enough. So now it comes down to whether or not Kibler can stabilize at all. That helps.
Yep, that helps. That's actually
it's not
really
a
good.
minion.
Ooh.
Actually, you know what? That's if it's counterspell, he gets to burn it.
Yeah, I guess Innervate is helpful because it does burn the counterspell. Why is this game still going on?
Well, it should be ending soon. Theude has so many.
No, that's not it. Man, Kibler needs to draw like another inch of lore, and then he'll be fine.
Well, there's Mirror Entity out. So
oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's annoying then too. God damn it. Okay, never mind.
I actually think one of his best draws
is
it's like a weak. If he has like Zombie Chow in the deck to like.
Oh, Zombie Chow would be insanely good. Yeah. Oh, but that's pretty.
So you want to survive at 2 HP in Savage Roar this down?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, this Harrison is no. Like if he's Savage Roar now. Oh no, what is he doing?
Oh,
no.
he just
wants to get the combo. He just wants to get the combo.
Oh, but he's dead because of the Whirling Blade.
Oh! You get...
Not playing around Whirling Blade.
For not killing it. Oh my god.
That's
oh man.
Yeah.
No.
I think Kibler realized that. Yeah, he's like, okay, you got me. There's actually 2 spare parts that could have killed him. You could have gotten that or the reversing switch that would have flipped it to a 3-2.
Yeah.
And given the extra damage. So Kibler realized there's actually a 1/3 chance he overlooked this. And
but that was definitely a misplay. Because even if he top decks Force of Nature or drew the Claw next time, it would kill him, right? Like it would have been enough. So I think that was a misplay. Oh man. Yeah.
It's a little unfortunate. But I think Kibler was also really afraid of like giving him the damage preemptively, and then not being able to attack the following turn in case he drew like swipe, because I think he would have put his opponent down to 8. Oh no, it wouldn't make sense.
No. He can't attack anyways, right? The Snow Chugger. If you don't kill a Snow Chugger is gonna kill you, right? So you have to kill it. Otherwise, it's gonna stay there. So yeah.
Then I think the alternative was that Kibler should have definitely killed off Snow Chugger, because what happens if he had like the second Goblin Blast Mage? He would have gotten completely obliterated here.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was Kibler kind of forgot about the spare pricing, and yeah, the Innervate could have burned the counter spell. But here we go. Last game is gonna be, wow, what? Is it Nortron the Zoo list?
And a big game hunter.
Oh, so this is kind of more like mid-range
Also,
style?
yeah,
team?
it's mid-range defensive zoo. Looks like it.
Okay, I've never seen.
Maybe he just really wanted a third Void Walker.
Oh. Okay.
That's kind of what a Neutron is, if you think about it. It just kind of absorbs another hit in the early game.
You can see it like that, but once again, you're not really putting a lot of pressure, right? I mean, if you're Handlock versus like that board, you're not scared of all. Like, tap all you want and play a Mountain Giant. That's normal, right? Like, remember back then, zoo lists are very, very aggressive with Leopard Gnomes and stuff like that. So then Handlocks actually need to like not keep Mountain Giant. But now with like all the Void Walkers and in-game bosses, they're not even pushing enough damage. So you have so many time to develop your minions.
Yeah, this is a free trade. In fact, would you just rather hold on to the Keeper and then just hero power this turn so you get double 5-drop into Sylvanas?
Yeah, you can even coin the Sylvanas into Forest if you want. So yeah, definitely just hero power. And, and the Divine Shield is always gonna be annoying, so you might as well just take it off now.
Yeah, the thing about Divine Shield is when he gets buffs on it, so that way it double dips into damage or health or whatever you want to consider it. Very problematic to deal with. Next turn...
Yeah.
Yeah, next turn is also the problem turn with like Defender of Argus too. Or Dark Iron Dwarf if someone's still running it by any chance.
Nah, nobody's running Dark Iron Dwarf. There's just too many good cards compared to like Dark Iron Dwarf. But Implosion,
the Chinese run it, over in like I was watching one of the broadcasts on the Chinese servers or the Chinese tournaments. They actually still run it.
They do know that Void Caller's out there. Like it's really
I don't know if it was one or two, but they did end up running it. So.
Okay.
Well, this is an awesome swipe opportunity if Kibler had it.
If he gets it, that'll be awesome. If not, then a little bit troubling. Like the problem with like just coining a 5-drop here is like power overwhelming, and then you just get steamrolled out of control. You're back into square one. So maybe you just want to play something that has an effect on the board instead. So maybe Keeper the Enoritron. No, Keeper's the... Yeah, you have to... If you're going to Keeper, you have to kill it. Right.
Well, almost anything you do will only remove 1 power off the board. So you might as well kill off the more annoying target. So that way if you draw swipe, it's more relevant in play.
Makes sense.
Let's see.
Now, Theude, if he actually recognizes the situation, right? Yeah, also known as no swipe, he would actually try and save these 1/1s as much as he can. So I wouldn't mind seeing him just using the Enoritron to attack the Keeper here, and then just preserving everything at 1 health. Also gets a good Flame Imp to back it up.
Yeah, Defender of Argus seems to be the best tempo play too, just for the most damage onto the board and start pressuring. You can squeeze in. Oh wait, you can attack with so that the Flame Imp can get into.
Oh wow.
Oh, he's hedging against swipe. Okay, so this is playing around. Like, if you're playing against Life Coach, I actually really like this play because Life Coach would do stuff like that, where he would hold on to swipe. Because you think like, okay, well, this is a swipe turn, and then he doesn't swipe, and then you're like, okay, he doesn't have it, and then he swipes you, and you're just like, wow, curses. That's exactly what happens every time. And Life Coach wins $10,000, and you don't get anything.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it's a little bit too much thinking for this game, at least. And now Sylvanas is actually gonna get more value because there's less minions on the board. Force of Nature is looking like it's gonna come down next turn as well. So here, well, play at 2 eggs and go face. You don't really want to kill a Sylvanas for your opponent now, do you?
No, you're basically playing AoE against yourself by suiciding into Sylvanas because you have a few minions that take damage and die, and then it steals a minion. So make your opponent have the trade opportunities there.
Yep. And here's the problem of BGH in Zoo, right? It's a card that you can't play. And that sucks. Like the thing with Zoo is that you have all the cards that are playable and are either very cheap or they buff something, and BGH doesn't do either. And we see like it's kind of like not really that useful right now. And I don't really mind the 2 damage going into the Argus here. I mean, why not? You're not really looking to erase your opponent. This is not what the matchup is about.
Yep. You know, Kibler taking this threat very seriously, not taking his, not really taking his time to clear it.
Okay. So this is kind of cool, I guess. What do you exactly do here? I guess you start off with a tap to see if you have better options.
Yeah, I think you can definitely get away with a tap here. There's no way you're in trouble by tapping life-wise.
Okay.
That's interesting too. Because now if you play Abusive Sergeant and you trade into Sylvanas and he steals your Abusive Sergeant, you pop your egg.
Yeah, but then the Sylvanas might steal the spider that comes out. So,
yeah.
Well.
No. You don't pop the Nerubian. You kill off the defender of Argus.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's
and then you have.
Oh, and then you power your egg, and then the egg pops out. Okay. I like that. That's the best play. See, Theude, you should go just win BlizzCon this year.
one pipe dream at a time. Oh, it just goes off face.
Oh.
Okay, fine too.
Okay, just smoke it, I guess. Okay.
Sure.
I like that too.
Dead draw.
No. Alright, well, Taunt is gonna come down here. And our woman is gonna clear the taunter.
So oh, but not even Doomguard, right? Not even Doomguard is lethal.
Actually, Doomguard is... Yeah, it's not. No. Okay.
Well, this is problematic now because Sylvanas is going to get a trade and control the state of the eggs, and he's going to have Ancient of Lore down. So this is the breaking point. If Theude can't really do anything significant onto the board, really bad stuff's going to happen soon.
Oh yeah, I like your play more now that I look at this. Good job, Theude. Alright, so what? Oh, this is actually very interesting. You can power wall your Argus, and then try and juggle the Sylvanas, and if the Sylvanas steals the Argus, it dies. Alright?
Oh, that's right, because it lives with 1 HP on the trade with the Druidic Law.
Yeah. So you actually have one chance here to kind of for the Sylvanas to effectively get silenced.
If it steals your Knife Juggler.
Oh, then you're pretty sad. Oh, what? Oh, he's actually gonna activate it.
Trade the eggs.
He still gets a juggle here, but you know, if the juggle hits, 2 juggles. 2 juggles here. If the juggle hits, it might be problematic. The egg! Ooh, the 4/4. Oh man.
Wow. Was that the worst result?
That is, well, that might be the worst result actually. Oh man, what a turnaround again.
All right, Kibler getting blessed by the RNG gods here a little bit.
Yeah, but you, on the back of your mind right now for Kibler is Doomguard, right? You're just thinking about Doomguard. I'm dead. Uh-oh.
Yeah, and the best way is to obviously just heal up here. There's no way. There's no other alternative if you want to play around that. Now, of course, we know that his opponent doesn't have the game-ending damage.
Right. But he has been holding that card for a long time, and Zeus don't play BGH. So, you know, you might not expect that. And oh my god, what a card! That is very insane, don't you think? He's just gonna kill off this Ancient of Lore with the Abusive and the BGH.
Oh, that's actually really creative. I like that.
Yeah,
I like that
that's
play. I was thinking
actually...
immediately of popping the egg through trading it, but that's the best play by a big mark.
Yeah. That was actually the most insane card. Power of a Woman can actually use the egg to snipe off the 4/1, and now it looks like Theude has regained the board with the BGH.
Yeah, but, oh, come on.
I know, right? It's like, it's so grossed out, man.
That's what Kibler's saying right now. Of course, Theude, this is a really cool play.
Oh, like he just wants to vomit a little bit. Oh, it's nice. So gross. And then that's it.
Well
that's
played.
it. BGH won the game.
There you go. So, look like what you said, man. The BGH able to grab the tempo was...
I concede.
It came a little late, but better late than never. We would have just sat here as this jungle panther. Really
man. Well, I guess Druid is actually the weakest link. It's not good enough.
Yeah. At least not this week. Maybe you'll have another week and opportunity for. Of course, Kibler ends up falling to 1-2, and Theude goes 2-2. So Theude stays off elimination just for one day. Kibler would have made it out of the group, but now that he lost, he can still possibly make it through. He just has to make sure to clean up from this point on too, because I believe he has one more match. So that's it for today's match with Kibler and Theude. We have two more. We have Gar versus Trump coming up, which was what people thought would be the finals of the HTC event that happened yesterday, but Gar ended up dropping to Nagori in the semis. And then we have Forsen versus Steelo to end the day. So we're going to take a break. Once more, guys, when we come back, we're going to have Vulcun continue the Deckmasters. We want to give a big shout out to Squarespace, by the way, who's also sponsoring this event. Go to squarespace.com/Deckmasters. You can get an opportunity to get your own professionally designed website. There's not really too much coding required. Like I can't really program my own site, but if I want to do something like, Frodan.com, which is probably not going to happen. I hypothetically could go to this website and create it. It's only $8 a month, and you get a free domain if you sign up for a year. So check it out. Start a free trial. Again, squarespace.com/Deckmasters. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to continue the fourth match of the day. Once again, Gar versus Trump. Stay tuned.